Guys, Kentuckians will vote on a constitutional amendment this year that takes up nearly half of the ballot. WDRB's Dalton Godby is studying the ballot and explains what you need to know before heading to the polls. And we start with Amendment 1.
Take a look at this ballot. You can tell how long the constitutional amendment number 1 is, and it can be confusing for many voters. If it passes, it would amend the Constitution to say that no person who is not a citizen of the United States should be allowed to vote in this state.
Right now, the Constitution says that all citizens can vote, but it doesn't say that only citizens can vote. And so the goal of Amendment 1, which got bipartisan support, is to clarify that all means only, and that we're not going to permit non-citizens to vote in our elections.
It may sound like Secretary of State Michael Adams is arguing semantics, and really, that's what Amendment 1 addresses. Through all these words that would likely confuse an uneducated voter, this constitutional amendment is asking voters to alter the Constitution to prohibit non-citizen voting in all elections. But Kentucky's Secretary of State says that's already the case here.
That's my policy. It would be nice to have the Constitution reflect our policy very explicitly, so I don't have any risk of litigation over what we do.
The law already prohibits non-citizens from voting in federal elections, but at least 18 localities currently allow legal non-citizens to vote in local elections. Now, Kentucky joins a list of 7 other states that all have a similar measure on the ballot.
The law's aimed more at, as a preventative measure to stop any community who might look to allow non-citizens to vote in local elections in the future.
Those against the change, like former state rep Attica Scott, believe it's unnecessary and worry it would stir up hate.
How would this be enforced? So will you start asking someone you think is an immigrant or refugee to show us your papers when they go to vote? So now you think because of my last name, or you think because of the way that I look, that I might be an immigrant or refugee, so now I got to show you my papers that prove that I'm a citizen. Is that actually the way that we want to go in Kentucky? It doesn't make sense to me.
It's lengthy, it can be confusing, but it's up for voters to decide. Dalton Godby, WDRB News.